I'd like to start by giving all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kudash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders that brought me into this truth, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, and to the Akim pushing this truth, this word, and truth, and sincerity and truth. And shalom to the house of David. This is going to be a quick hitter through the spirit. I just spirit jumped on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this lesson. Hopefully, it's edifying to those that are chosen of Yahweh. And I'm gonna entitle this lesson "Say Bye Bye to the Idealized Future." And if I didn't introduce myself, I know I typically don't do that. This is your brother Karaf. I don't typically introduce myself because Yahweh gets all the praise, but this is your brother Karaf coming at you, with another lesson. And like I said, this is a say bye bye to the idealized future, man. And idealized. The definition for idealized is regard or represent as perfect or better than in reality. Again, I'm gonna say the definition once again. It's idealized is to regard or represent as perfect or better than in reality. Because Esau has these grandiose thoughts about their future. But I'm here with a prophet servant announcement, a PSA, a prophet servant announcement, to let them know that that's not that idealized future is not gonna be, it's not gonna ever be so, and then you in the news you're hearing Esau has the so-called white man has come up with quantum supremacy. Their computers can solve all kinds of mathematical problems, that the other computers that couldn't even dream of doing. So, they can they're just touting their quantum, their computing supremacy throughout the world. You know what I mean? But I'm just here to let them know I'm prophesying against Mount Seir, that there will be no space settlements for you, Esau, the so-called white man, and your Confederates, the nations that conspire with you to keep Israel down and keep Israel in the dark to their nationality, and that tries to basically put a veil over the whole world, man. And you think you're gonna rule forever, and it's just not gonna happen. There will be no space settlements for Esau and your Confederates. Other than the space bunkers that you have, above the Kármán line, that Kármán line that's 62 miles above the earth. They might try to, they probably already have it, from my understanding and what brothers have brought out in the past, is that they have those space bunkers to prepare for Armageddon. They got those doomsday bunkers and those space bunkers. And Salaki, that's my daughter. She's got a lot of spirit. But we have they have those Kármán line, those space bunkers, above the Kármán line, 62 miles above 62 miles above the earth. So but once again, there's going to be no high frontier, no human colonies in space for you. There's going to be no space tourism, because you're finished, man. You Edomites this is your last hurrah, man. You're done. Jacob is coming back into power, man. The kingdom is going to be translated from one people to the next. You guys have dealt treacherously with people on the planet. You shed innocent blood. You've done all kinds of nonsense, and you're done, man. No space tourism. There's no more throne for you white elites, man. All the way down to those so-called white people with white privilege, man. And you nations of the earth that have aligned yourself with them, and you live deliciously. That's you've done that long enough. you know, and you just prepare to be ruled over, man, with righteous rulership, man, and an iron fist. That's what you can look forward to. No idealized future, man. Esau, the so-called might man, you won't be terraforming Mars, and you won't be in any sleeper ships, no embryo carrying interstellar ships. You can go ahead and get that the hell out your mind, man. You're not gonna have that shit. There's no Project Orion ship. None of that damn no laser propulsion. No intergalactic travel, no floating in space and cryo sleep. None of that shit, man. You know, none of that stuff is going to be something that you're going to be able to indulge in, man. That's just going to be that's a figment of your imagination, man. There's going to be no ocean colonization. That's another one. You know, no seasteading, trying to make all kinds of living spaces on the ocean and all of that shit. There's going to be no stellar engineering, you know, just a lot of Obadiah, you know, a whole lot of that, whole lot of Obadiah 1, you know. Let me grab that, matter of fact. And what you see on your screen, these devils, man, they come up with this stuff because they think that they're going to remain forever. You know, they try to come up with these space habitats and all that. This is O'Neill. This is called the O'Neill cylinder. You can look that up in your own time, though. But these devils come up with all of that, man. But like I said, man, it's gonna be a whole lot of Obadiah. Let me get that real quick. Obadiah 1 and 1 through 4. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, concerning Edom. And we know through the scriptures, we know Esau, Edom, those are the Edomites, the so-called white people. You know, it says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. That's right. You so-called white people are getting, when he says small among the heathen, it means like they no longer want to respect you anymore, man. They don't respect you. Thou art greatly despised, and they don't like you. And it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. You people come from the Caucasus Mountains, man. You dwell in the clefts of the rocks. That's right, man. Whose habitation is high. You lived high in the clefts of the rocks, man. And then you build buildings today, and you live high in those high-rise buildings, man. And it says, the habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You know? And then verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. That's right, man. A whole lot of Obadiah is what you got to look forward to, you damn devils. That's what you got to look, not no damn O'Neill cylinder, what you see on the screen. You know, no type 1 civilization, no type 2 civilization, no type 3 civilization, and hell no, nothing beyond that. No type 3 civilizations and all of that. No Carter, what do they call that? The Kardashev, that Kardashev scale. It ain't gonna be none of that Kardashev scale, because I know you devils is thinking about that damn Kardashev scale. None of that. For you white, you so-called white people, man. Esau, you so-called white people. You're gonna go back to your natural state, man. When you're being ruled over in righteousness, man. You're gonna go back to your state, to your natural state, like you were back in Mount Seir, in the Caucasus Mountains, and the Georgia-Russia mountains. You know, that original look you had. You know, i.e. Fred Flintstone. You're gonna go back to that. You know, and you're gonna be ruled over in righteousness. No idealized future, man. No Jetsons. You know, no George Jetson stuff going on. Just cavemen and women, and no space age living. You know what I'm saying? No concept cars like the 360C Volvo and all of that. Hell no. No transhumanism. I know y'all damn devils got that on your agenda. You know, that transhumanism, and you think it's going to go far. Or anything else. You know what I'm saying? You try to conjure up in your mind. None of that other stuff you try to conjure up in your mind. You know, you're finished, man. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You are finished, man. And I'm prophesying against Mount Seir. You know what I'm saying? You guys are going down, man. And this is thus saith the Lord Yahweh. This is thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, what you need to envision, what you so-called white people and what you nations of the world need to envision, you know, not you Negroes, Native Americans, and not you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are of the elect of the house of David. You know, none of you guys have to worry about this. But, you know, you other people, you other individuals, you need to worry about. You need to envision apocalyptic. You need to envision apocalyptic wastelands. You need to envision you need to envision eschatology and dark sayings. You need to envision you know, death, judgment, and the final destination of where your soul is gonna be, man. The final destination of your soul, man, and humankind. You need to listen to those you know what I'm saying, to the dark sayings of what the prophets was forecasting about you guys, man. You know, this is true and it pertains to you, man, your plight. You know, I'm prophesying against Mount Seir, man. You don't need to worry about self-revolting robots that know how to trick the damn Turing test. That's not what you need to worry about. That's the least of your worries. You know, Yahweh has a beef with you, Esau, and you other nations, man. You know, matter of fact, let me grab Zephaniah 3 and 8. Let me grab that Zephaniah 3 and 8. And this is Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. Zephaniah 3 and 8 says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." Salah. And that's right. The Most High is going to gather you nations together, and you guys are gonna try to fight each other, and then the Most High is going to have you guys fight one another, and then he's going to come with his chariots and wipe all your asses out, man. You're all finished, man. You know, it's no continuity errors. The Most High is not going to mess up in any type of way. It's going to be no continuity errors. You know, because Yahweh, he has your bounds already set, man. According to Job, man, Job 14 and 5. According to Job 14 and 5, if you look at it, it says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." And that's right, man. The Most High has appointed that. This is just to show you that the Most High, he has appointed certain individuals bounds. Well, not certain, but all of us, you know, we're in a manner of speaking. He has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. There's a designated time when you so-called white people are going to rule, and then you're going to be brought down by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and then there's going to be a righteous kingdom set up on the earth, man. You know, these devils, they even have there's a interdisciplinary field called futurology, man. And futurology deals with systematic forecasting the future. You know what I mean? But they don't need to worry about all that, man. They need to be worrying about this Ezekiel right here, man. They need to worry about this type of shit, not all of that. You know, and I know some people get all bent out of shape and all butthurt when people use harsh language, man. But that's not against the law. When you break the law, that's a sin. That's not a sin to use harsh language, man. And I'm fired up about this. You know, and it's at Ezekiel 35 and 3, it says, "And say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee." And we know Mount Seir is where the so-called white man live. You know, the Caucasus Mountains, Georgia, Russia mountains, man. You know, that's Mount Seir, man. And it says, "O Mount Seir, I am against thee." So Yahweh Hashem is saying he's against you, man. "And I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord." That's right, man. He's going to lay your cities desolate, man. So-called America, Babylon the Great, man, is going to be laid desolate, man. By thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And we ain't got to lift a finger, man. Because we're not gonna fight you people, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna be the one that's going to fight you people, man. You so-called white people are not gonna have to worry about about us doing anything to you, because we're not going to take up arms and we're not going to fight you guys at all. So don't be getting all thinking that we're going to do something, because we're not doing nothing to you, man. This is all going to be Yahweh's doing, man. He's going to pull the strings and wipe you guys out, man. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. And we are the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We are the children of Israel. And they've dealt treacherously with us, man. They've done all kinds of abominable things, man, to us. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, saith the Lord, pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. That's right, man. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. That's right, man. You know, and that's eschatology for your ass, man. That's death, judgment, and final destination of your soul, man. You know, and you ain't going to no hell or nothing. What you're going to do is be put back in the body. You know, the first fruits of slavery is going to be your elites of the world. They're going to be put into the first fruits of slavery, and then you're going to be brought back through them. And you're going to go through a hellish existence, just like we did when we were brought here on slave ships and when we were pursued by so-called white people, man. You know, and you got to pay for the sins of your father. You know, and this is I'm gonna grab Psalms real quick. Let me grab Psalms. Lord willing, this is gonna be edifying, man, to the hopeful elect, man. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, man. That's right, man. They think that they're going to live forever. And these so-called white people, they done stole all kind of land and they done named it after they self. You know, Africanus, I forget his name. And then there's America Vespucci, man. This is them, man. They steal lands and name it after themselves. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. See, they think that they're going to remain forever because they got the best military and they got all of this good shit that they think is going to have them snug as a bug. But little do they know, man, their pride is deceiving them, man. The Most High is the master chess player. He gonna root their ass up out of here, man. And that cancer is gonna be finished, man. You know, America in America, Babylon the Great, you know, spiritual Sodom and Egypt is going completely down, man. America, Babylon the Great, which is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, is going down. You know, Jeremiah 28. And verse 8 reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. You know, and that's exactly what I'm bringing out right now, man. That's what they got to look forward to. No idealized future, man. You look forward to war. You got to look forward to evil, and you got to look forward to pestilence, man. The Most High is going to kick your ass, man. You know, you touch the apple of his eye, and you got to pay the piper, man, in a manner of speaking, you know, and your ass is going to pay, and you're going to drink the dredges of that cup, you know, and it's no getting around it, man. When the Most High has something for you, you are going to go ahead and you're going to walk in that lot. Isaiah 34 and verse 1, come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein. It's a lot. And all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. The Most High is about to get down on you nations and on you so-called white people, which he calls Mount Seir in the Bible, or Edom or Esau. It says, and the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's that nuclear mushroom clouds, you know, and it's going to be 200 million missiles. We know this according to the scriptures. The prophets already brought this out. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For the sword shall be bathed, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is Edom, which is the so-called white man, so-called white man's kingdom. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. The people of his curse is the so-called Edomites, Esau. Verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and it is made fat with fatness, and with blood of the lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and the great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Idumea is Edom. And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dusts made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. The controversy of Zion is us, the elect of Israel, or Israelites, because you've dealt treacherously with us. Verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. And it shall be quenched shall not be quenched night nor day. And smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation. It shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. And this is what America is going to be, a desolate place, man. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. And the owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. And that's right, this place is going to be inhabited with desert creatures, man. When the Most High gets down on this place and he destroys it, this place is going to be a place for desert creatures, man. America, Babylon the Great. And they shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. And the thorns shall come up in her places. That's right, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof. That's right. You ever watch that when After Humans, that show is called After Humans, and it shows how that stuff starts to spring up, man. All this vegetation starts to spring up inside of buildings and everything. And that's how America is going to be. It's going to be a wasted land, a desolate wasteland. And it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls. And the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island. And the satyr shall cry to his fellow, and screech owl also shall rest there, and find for herself a place of rest. There shall the great owl make her nest, and lay the hatch, and gather under her shadow. There shall the vultures also be gathered, every one with her mate. And that's what I wanted to bring out. I'm going to stop right there at verse 15. But I do want to go to Isaiah 47:5 and just read 2 verses out of there, man, because the Most High is really upset, man, with America, man. America's sins have gone all the way up, man. And the Most High is going to destroy this place, man. Thus saith the Lord, man. We're not terrorists. We're not going to do anything. The Most High is the ultimate terrorist, and he is going to fuck this place up, man. He's going to level this place, man. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. That's the so-called white man. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Because America is over all kinds of kingdoms, man. They might set up little fake rulers, man. But ultimately, they be running that thing, man. They run it. The Lady of Kingdoms, man. And I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. See, the Most High gave us into your hand. Through slavery, and he made it so we had no power in our hands to fight against you, man. Thou didst show no mercy. You show no mercy to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians, man. You showed no mercy. You cast off all pity. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. You laid your yoke heavily on us. In verse 7, his final verse. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. And you could read on, but you said you was going to remain a lady forever because you didn't think you'd ever have a major war that would touch this land, man. But I'm letting you know, man, prophetically, that this place is going to see a major war, and the Most High is going to be the one that brings it about. And you will not remain a lady forever, man. That's your inward thought, man. You think that you so-called white people, man, you thinking all into the future and all that. Your ass need to be thinking about what the hell is right around the corner for your ass. And I'm letting you know what's around the corner, man. Pestilence, war, violence, bloodshed, hardcore bondage, slavery is what's around the corner for you, man. And that's just the way it goes, man. Jeremiah 51:37, and Babylon shall become heaps, and dwelling and heaps a dwelling place for dragons, and astonishment and an hissing without an inhabitant. That's right, man. Babylon, which is America, but we call it Babylon the Great. The scripture calls it many different things. Revelation 18:2, man. 18 verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen to become a habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, in the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. That's right, man. It's going to be a desert, you know. And let me jump to verse 6. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, you know, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup she hath filled, fill it to her double. That's right, man. The Most High is basically saying you're going to get plagued, man, with those missiles. And when you come back in slavery, you're going to be repaid double for all the things you've done to the children of Israel, man. We know Babylon is America. You know, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's right. You think you ain't gonna see sorrow, but you're gonna see a lot. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. That is right, man. These people are going to be wailing. They're going to be sad as hell when they see America is brought super low.